All right, everybody. We're back. We're going to try this again. I do apologize, but we are back. I'm going to try this again. Make sure that we are live. Let me make sure checking out our flip stream on YouTube. It's not showing that we are live on YouTube.
We're not live on YouTube. We're pending. We're waiting. Yeah, we're waiting.
But I'm showing that we are live. We're supposed to be live.
Let me see if I can change that.
All right, now it's saying that we are live. All right, if I click on it, okay. All right, I see it now on YouTube. Make sure that everything does what it's supposed to do.
Okay. It still says upcoming on my end.
Well, on my end, it's showing on YouTube. But when you click on it, you got to click on it.
Okay, let me click on it. Oh, it's live. Okay. It is. It's ready to go. It still says upcoming on my end. Yeah, it's ready to go.
Yeah, now it's changing screens. Okay, it is changing screens on YouTube. So apparently we are working the way we should be working on YouTube. Let me check it out on Facebook real quick to make sure we're working the way we're supposed to be working on Facebook, and make sure that we do have our live broadcasting the way it should be broadcasted. All right. And apparently we are broadcasting live on Facebook. All right. So, all right. Let's try this again. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate y'all joining us for Flipstream Live. And we are going to be going over our Flipstream Property Holdings LLC shareholders brochure. Okay. As I mentioned before, we are seeking to raise capital for the startup of Flipstream Property Holdings LLC. And we're going to be going over the proposal and what this venture entails, what it brings to the table, how it works, and how you as a shareholder and one of the owners of Flipstream would make money. Okay, so since I think everybody can see it now, I hope everybody can see it now, and you can see the screen. Let me make sure we have the right screen up so you all can see the way it's supposed to be seen. Let's go to the full view here. There we go. I like that. Go to the full view so y'all can see it. All right, great. All right, so let's go ahead and let's go through this. All right, so Flipstream Property Holdings LLC. The goal is to be free, financially free. Okay, and basically says that Flipstream is going to generate $47 million in yearly revenue. Would you like a share? And of course, the areas that our new holdings companies are going to be operating in is going to be real estate investing, property management, foreclosure rescue, and affordable home ownership. And we're going to go and as you all see, this brochure or this presentation is going to show you how we are going to accomplish all those tasks in all those different areas. Okay. All right. On our next page, it says the company overview. Okay. Home ownership is the key to building wealth. Currently, 1 out of 10 homeowners are facing foreclosure. Let me see if I can spread this out and make it bigger and see if y'all can see it when it goes to a bigger screen. It may not show on you all's end when I switch to the bigger screen. Sometimes, all right, there it is. There it is. Now we're in business. All right. All right. Company overview. Home ownership is the key to building wealth. Currently, 1 out of 10 homeowners are facing foreclosure. Okay. With mortgage rates on the rise and soaring home values, most cannot afford to purchase a home. That coupled with renters are paying higher payments monthly than they would pay for a mortgage, but can't qualify for a mortgage loan. All of these factors sets the landscape for this highly lucrative opportunity and business model. Okay. We're going to go back up here and say the goal is to be free, financially free. Now, how this works, how it works The Alternative Home Ownership Investment Program has 3 objectives or missions. First, utilizing startup capital raised from our principal partners, we'll acquire distressed residential properties at 10 cents, 20 cents, and 30 cents on the dollar via pre-foreclosure rescue buyouts, tax deed auctions, foreclosure sales, REOs, bankruptcy auctions, fixer-uppers, and eventually new constructions. Second, occupy the property with a qualified tenant via an AHOIP rent-to-own or lease purchase agreement with 10% of their monthly payments invested in future income-producing properties on behalf of the tenant. We'll get into how that works just a little bit later on. Third, allow the general public to invest as little as $100 to fully fund each property, securing ownership shares of multiple income-producing properties, collecting their share of net rental, lease purchase income, and their share of the home's appreciation while paying lucrative ORIs, return on investments, to you, our principal partners, with each transaction. And this is all going to be done through our sister platform, Alternative Home Ownership Investment Platform. Okay? Affordable home ownership and enabling anyone to invest and build a portfolio of income-producing properties with as little as $100. Okay? So our next slide takes us over to our property acquisition strategy. Okay? Make sure you all are caught up. Our acquisition strategy. Let's go ahead and go over this. All right, so our property acquisition strategy. First of all, Flipstream Property Holdings strategic growth plan. Let's go over that. Acquire/buy income producing properties at less than 50% of the ARV. That stands for after repair value or market value. Okay. Convert properties into active securities. We're going to show you all how we do that too. Convert properties into active securities. Fully fund securities up to 95% of the property value, selling shares to the general public. Okay. Transactional timeline, 1 month. Basically 4 weeks. Actually, it's going to take less than that to do each transaction, but we're allotting for 4 weeks on each transactional time of getting these properties, purchasing these properties, turning them into securities, and getting them funded and selling shares in those properties. Okay. The average return on investment, 111.11%. Now, a lot of y'all say, well, Cal, that's kind of unbelievable. Well, I'm going to show you the numbers. Okay. Annualized ROIs, I guess you see it right there, 662,000.92%. Okay. On each prospective purchase that we make, we're going to be investing about 47%, and our profit is going to be about 53%. Okay. And that's after recouping our initial investment. All right. The strategy itself, property acquisition strategy. Okay. On average, lenders in the U.S. start the foreclosure process on approximately 22,575 homes monthly. That's a lot of homes that's being foreclosed on each and every month. That's an average of 271,000 foreclosures annually. And almost 45% have between 20 and 50% equity, and another 28%, 75,880 property owners, have more than 50% equity in their properties. Now, basically, the majority of homes that are being foreclosed on in the United States, which is an alarming number, 1 out of every 10 homes. That's a lot of homes, right, Law?
That's a whole lot of homes.
That's a whole lot of foreclosures. Okay. That is a whole lot of foreclosures. Okay. And what's even sadder is that 45% of these homes that are being foreclosed on have up to 50% of the value still left in their home. They have 50% equity, almost up between 20 to 50%. Okay, so with 28% of them, that's over 75,000 property owners in the United States whose homes get foreclosed on, and they still have 50% equity in their properties. Okay, now this creates a huge opportunity for us in this business model. We're currently operating an REI real estate investment platform that identifies high equity pre-foreclosure properties. These are properties with equities greater than 70%. Okay, and of course, that platform is is our flip-stream.com platform. You can go to it at flip-stream.com. I'm going to make this brochure available to everyone. It is available on Facebook. I'm going to make it. It is available on Facebook. I'm going to, if you email me or if you send me an inbox, I can send you the actual PDF of it, so you can actually go in and click on the links, and it'll take you to the prospective links to show you, some of these places that we're talking about. All right. So again, we're currently operating an REI real estate investment platform that identifies high equity pre-foreclosed properties greater than 70%, verifies and makes contact with the motivated sellers / homeowners, secures contracts to purchase those properties for less than 50% of the ARV / market value. The property owner has 2 foreclosure avoidance options. So in other words, once we contact these people whose homes are about to be foreclosed on, about to be sold at auction, we make them an offer, and we give them 2 options. Okay, option 1, we can purchase the property by paying off the liens, all legal fees, and offering $20,000 or more to the seller to walk away and start fresh. Total offer not to exceed 50% of the ARV or market value. Let me explain that a little bit. Because we're only looking at properties that have at least 70% equity in them, property that have 70% or more of the equity still left in them, we are able, in a lot of cases, to pay these people, pay all their liens off. I mean, their liens may come to $30,000, $40,000, maybe come to $50,000 or $60,000, or whatever the case may be. But because we have so much equity in the property, we can offer them, on top of paying off their lien, paying off the balance on that mortgage, and pay off their attorney fees, we can also offer them $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, in some cases $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 on top of that. That allows them to walk away and be able to start over. Now, in doing that, we won't exceed paying more than 50% of the market value. So if the market value is a $300,000 market value, we can pay up to $150,000, okay, to buy that person out. So that means if they owe $25,000 or $35,000, or let's say even $45,000 on the property, right? And they owe another $5,000 in attorney fees, we can offer them up to $150,000. That's the $50,000 to pay off the liens and to pay off the attorney fees, and put another $100,000 in their pocket. Because the property is less, because we're getting the property for less than 50% of the value. The value is $300,000. So we can pay. So our strategy is not to pay more than 50% of the value of the property in that scenario. Now, that is a great foreclosure buyout. There's not another foreclosure buyout program in the country that will be able to offer this. What's your thoughts on this, Law?
Man, I think you're right on the money. It's just brilliant how this is put together, and I think as you lay this out, it's going to become very obvious that this is an opportunity like no other.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, let's look at this from the standpoint of helping people to actually move on or transcend from foreclosure, which is very traumatic. I know I've been through it myself. I have been through foreclosure myself. Lost my first home to foreclosure. I know what these people are going through. Okay, and I lost my home when I wound up homeless. No one offered me anything to buy me out. No one offered to help me to avoid foreclosure. You know, it was just a really, really, really low point in my life, and it was very traumatic. It was, embarrassing. It was, I felt guilty. There's so many all types of feelings. And on top of that, I was bombarded with letters and phone calls and emails from people who just wanted to pay off my liens and have me to walk away from the home with nothing in my pocket whatsoever. And unfortunately, that's what the majority of wholesalers and people in this industry who claim to want to help people in foreclosure, that's what they offer. Okay. Am I right on that point, Law?
Absolutely, bro.
Okay.
That's exactly what they do.
Yeah.
They're ripping people off left and right.
Yeah, let's just say it. They're ripping people off. Okay, they really are. They're literally stealing their homes. Okay. But our first option one, the person who's facing foreclosure can sell us their home for the amount of money that it takes to pay off their liens, pay their property, and pay their attorney fees. So the lender is happy, the attorneys are happy, and then we're able to put, a considerable amount of money in their pocket. If the property is worth $300,000, we can afford to pay off. We can afford to pay off $50,000 in liens and put $100,000, and an extra $100,000 is going in that person's pocket. Now that's how you start over. Some cases we'll be able to put $75,000. Some cases we'll be able to put $50,000 in the pocket. You actually looked up a deal with one of our real estate day traders.